I was gonna hold off to remove the rest of the plastics off this thing, but I feel like I feel like I'm kind of wasting a lot of time now, and I need to get a move on with things. So, with that being said, this side for the most part is done, minus the side skirt right here and this little piece right here. But before we are able to take that off or that, we need to get a drill bit, and I don't have a drill bit. Although we're gonna need a drill bit for this side as well, I wanna go ahead and remove everything that does not require a drill bit. As soon as all the plastics are out, I guess we gotta make a decision if we're gonna paint this ourselves or if I'm gonna send it out. The best thing to probably do in my situation is probably send those pieces out to get painted. But for video purposes, it's probably best if we do it. Not only that, but if we do it and we do a good job, maybe for the next color change on this thing, we can do it ourselves as well. But before we can do any of that, we gotta go ahead and remove everything. So with that being said, I'm just gonna point out all the screws or bolts that we need to remove. That way we can just get straight to it. As mentioned in the other video, this is not really gonna be an in-depth how-to, just because majority of this Canam is either missing hardware or has broken clips. So, and most of the front end is gone. So it's kind of hard to do a how-to, but regardless, right here, to that front end, you're just gonna have 2 clips and a bolt. And then right here as well, you're gonna have a bolt to the front, and this just pop-ups. This whole piece is one piece. So on the other side, this piece comes off because it's the gas cap. On this one, it doesn't come off. So you're just gonna have hardware right here, hardware right here, right here, this one, and this one. And as I mentioned, it's missing some hardware. But on this one, you're gonna have a bolt and a nut on the other side. So as soon as those come off, this piece should come off. Oh, there's actually gonna be a piece in here as well. But like I said, this one's missing it. So that one, and then there's gonna be one down here as well, but this one's missing it also. So as soon as you pop all these off, this piece comes off, then you're not gonna be able to move into the side skirt because the whole side skirt is riveted. So we'll move on to the back. You can remove this piece while it's on, but I found it easier that if you remove this piece, it's easier to remove this later because it has a bolt and a nut on the other side, and it's kind of a pain to hold it from this angle. So once you remove this piece, it's always easier to remove this one. So you're gonna have the hardware up here, and then you're gonna move on to this one right here, which mine's kind of off already. And then you're gonna have this one down here, and this piece should come off. Again, with this one down here, same like that one, it's gonna be riveted on the whole bottom, so it might not come off. On the other side, it had no rivet, so that's why it just came off. It was literally just holding on by a zip tie somewhere up here. On the other side, you're gonna have to remove this. You can see my thumb's all fucked up. So my shit's tight, I can't get this loose, but it's for the gas cap. I've already loosened these up, so they're just gonna be hand tightened. I guess I haven't loosened that one up. And then the last one right here for me. And then another thing, it has one up here, but this is not the OEM hardware. This guy just put a random ass bolt there. As you can see, it's all rusted. The OEM bolt that goes there is gonna look something like this, but it's gonna be longer, and it has a washer and a nut on the other end. So watch, I'll flip it. And this guy just put whatever worked out here, which was just a bolt and a nut, and that's what holds this piece. Previous owner didn't give a damn about it, but it's now in our hands, and we're gonna give more F's about it. There you go. Once that's off, this should just pop up like that. So we don't lose it, we put it back where it goes. And I guess I didn't loosen them up too good because that one's fucking tight. God Jesus, get away. Freaking fly. Get away, motherfucker. We don't need your help around these hoods, man. And then you're gonna have one in the tail light that's holding it. That one has to come off too. But we'll leave that one to the end. There is gonna be another bolt back here that you gotta look for it. And it's gonna be similar to these right here, like a plastic washer and a bolt. So, man, everybody is out riding today. The one for the tail light is literally like right here back. And it's gonna be a smaller Allen wrench than the rest of them. There you go. And pops right off. Get yourself a flathead. Because the easiest way I found to disconnect these headlights, or my bad, not headlights, taillights, is just put it through there, pry it right out. These things are a pain in the ass. So take the tail light off, because we don't need that right now. This is why I don't put these things back on, because they are a pain in the booty. I'll show you guys how to put them back in a cleaner way, to where they stay in the chassis rather than in the fender. So if you guys ever need to take this off again, you don't have to be going through this. Since we gotta replace these bezels, we're just gonna go ahead and take this one off and toss it in the trash because it's garbage. The other thing that I like to do is pop these things out and put them back here. Then you take your hardware and you put it back. Well, good thing we're painting that, because it would have been all fucked up already. Man, everybody's out riding today. People just out there calling us out. Once this whole piece is off, you can see the bolt there. So you get your Torx bit, hold it there, and then you get a wrench or a socket, and then you hold the nut. When it comes off, splits in two, and that piece is done. I finished faster than I thought, due to the fact that I don't have any drill bits here or a drill, a drill. So, I guess video's over. Tutorial how-to is done. I did say this wasn't a specific how-to. It was kind of to give you guys a rough idea how the panels do come off. I did manage to take this flare out of this piece right here. And like I said, it's very simple. All you do is, it just has bolts and hardware along that side. And there you go. But for the most part, all the panels, minus the side skirts and that one middle piece of the door, is done. And that's it. So we kind of got to speed things up a little bit here now, because we got to get a move on this thing. And the pace we're going at, we're not going to get anywhere anytime soon. The next thing to do is go buy me a drill bit and finish this off. But very simple. You guys don't need a video for that. If you guys want a Harbor Freight drill bit, that could work. But make sure you guys buy yourself a few of them, because you're gonna go through them. If you guys want to spend some money on a good drill bit, you might just need one. Those things usually have lifetime warranty. I know if you get it through like Snap-on or Maco or Mac Tools, whatever it's called, they usually give you lifetime warranties on their drill bits. I just haven't bought any. When I took mine apart, I was using Harbor Freight drill bits, and I went through like 30 of them bitches. But anyways, the size that I think would work for this, you just want to be a little bigger than what the hole is, because essentially what you want to do is you just want to break the head. So that little tiny hole, you want a drill bit that's bigger than that, so it breaks the thing and just loose and boom. So I think it's like a 1/4 inch drill bit. I know there's like rivet cutters or some shit like that. I didn't use them. I don't know how well they work, but if you guys want to try it, that's that. I know there's also one of those like tree style drill bits, like the ones that start off really small and go big. That one would probably work really well. As a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm gonna try. We gotta remove this audio system. We gotta clean in here because it's starting to look like a mess again. Who's there? Of course it's the little chonch buds. Look at that kid. Has a dirt bike and a quad, and he wants to be riding his pedal bike on the dirt. Go figure. Kids. But anyways, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we gotta clean here because it's starting to look a mess. And I did see a comment in one of the other videos that it was a question on why my lounge is over there and the cars are over here. Well, that's because we had the Super Bowl and the TVs over there and we just never moved it. But I think I'm gonna organize here, and I'm thinking about putting all that setup over there, over here. So I'm thinking about putting like the TV up there, and then we can do like the couches like this, or we can do the TV over there and we do the couches like this, and that way we have all that workspace for all this stuff. But before we do that, as you guys could see, we gotta paint all this. There's holes, yeah. This isn't a home improvement video, so let's not start with that. You're just out here shooting stuff, huh? All right, dude. Well, if you want to ride your quad, do it. Because as a matter of fact, I am going to move these things that way. Because I need to kind of, I ain't got no wiggle room. And I need wiggle room. I just started the gym, so I'm still low-key papi panzas. But then again, in my defense, that quad's pretty heavy. If you guys are wondering, why didn't I just drive it? Well, the keys are inside and I didn't want to walk that far. So, I chose to struggle. Should we paint this Canam ourselves? Or should we just send everything to get painted? Just like the green one over there. Peepers painted that one, but Peepers no longer wants to paint anything that has to do with my stuff. He says I'm too cheap and picky. Whatever that means. But I don't know. I think like 2017 to the 2019, the cages were welded on. So when you want to switch the cage, you actually got to cut it off right here. And then the new one sits on it and you can bolt it like that one. Then the 2020s and up, they just came with the bolted style. Makes it easier to remove and reinstall. But on these older ones, they gotta get cut it. So I say that to say this. We need to paint this cage ourselves. Or we would need to take it to the body shop, and I don't want to take this thing to the body shop. So Peepers, if you're watching this, we are gonna need your help on the cage. Even though you don't want to help us, buddy, we're gonna need your help. Unlike this one, we took it off and we actually painted that cage here in the shop, but it was off, you know, so we didn't have to mask anything. We just had to throw it on the floor, prep it, spray it. To where this one, we're gonna have to cover everything, mask it. You guys know the deal. Such a beautiful day to be out there riding. I texted Senor Batman that everybody's out there riding, and he's like, I ain't got no gas, and I'm like, well, I ain't got no gas or battery, so I just tried turning this thing on and it's dead. Even if that one run, it's not like I'm gonna use it like that, so yeah. So we outies. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.